We've talked a few times about the importance of taking a short break once in a while. And sometimes a great break is in the company of a great snack. Well, Dewey Donut Delectables is just that. A soft, moist, and affordable premium donut, a snack you can have wherever you want. They come in two delectable flavors, Chocomallow and Purple Yam. With Dewey Donut Delectables, you'll always have an exciting snack break to look forward to. Get your own delectable treat now and try Dewey Delectables. Available in supermarkets, Lazada, and Shopee. Click the links in the episode description for more information. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. My name is Alec Cuenca and I'm your host. And before anything else, welcome to the show. If this is your first time, then I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And if you like this one, then go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes that we have on the show. I am sure that they can help you in some way or in some form or another. And if this is your end time listening to the podcast, then welcome back. I am so proud of you. I just want to say that it's been we're already in February, and so we have a lot of things to talk about. The days are moving so fast. And if you're here listening to the podcast, that means you are invested in self-improvement. You are invested in yourself. And that just means that you're going to grow so much this year. So before I go on with this episode, I just want to briefly announce, because this episode, the topic that I'm going to discuss for this episode, I made a video about it on my YouTube channel. I am trying to grow my YouTube channel. So please, if you have the time, just click that subscribe button. And I'll be uploading productivity videos on YouTube channel starting on Saturday. The first video will be out on Saturday. It's going to be the first, and I hope it could be the top one personal development channel here in the Philippines. That's my dream. All right. So help me do that. Click that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. It'll be a lot of, it'll be a big help and I'll really appreciate it. So for this episode, we are going to talk about something that I have been dealing with for the past months, actually. And 3 nights ago, I couldn't sleep. I arranged all my things here. I tried cleaning the apartment. It was I think it was 1 a.m., 1 in the morning. And I tried cleaning so I could max out my energy because I couldn't sleep. And there were a lot of things in my head. There were a lot of things in my heart. And I prayed a lot. I kept on asking God, what is this? I don't understand. Where is this coming from? What do I need to do? So that was the theme of my nights. I think I am too much on melatonin. I hope it could help me sleep, but it wasn't really a great help. So I stopped it altogether. But, just a side note. But yeah, I was having a hard time and I kept on asking, what should I need to do? And that has been the theme for the past few weeks for me. I was reflecting on what path should I take this 2022. Because the starting of 2021, I was going through some personal stuff, but I had my mindset fixed. I knew what I wanted and I knew how to get there. And I made it possible. I set my goals and I was able to reach them. But at the end of some of the months last year, I wasn't focused. I had a lot of distractions. I didn't know what I wanted, basically. After I reached my goals, it was a hard time for me because I didn't know what to do, right? I reached it at an earlier time, a deadline. And so now I didn't know what to do. And so I had this crisis, if you could say, quarter life crisis. So I kept on praying. I kept on asking God, what do you want? What do I need to do? And so I decided that I could sleep it off. So I turned off the lights and I slept it off. And then when I woke up, it was still the same. My heart was still heavy. My mind was on the same things. It was still hard for me, but it was a Sunday. So I decided to turn on my TV and watch some service. So I watched some YouTube videos. I watched the live stream victory um, at the Fort Bonifacio. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but I just watched it, and the message hit me very, very deeply. In fact, I cried after the service because I felt like that was my answered prayer. That was my sign. That was God's way of talking to me. And I realized a lot of things. I realized that I've been living a life of superficiality, if there is a word. I've been so attracted to worldly things, to material things. And there were a lot of signs along the way. I just chose to ignore them. I'm driving a Honda Jazz, a cute little car. It's my first ever car, and with the business opportunities that came last year, I said, you know what, I think I'd like a new car. I think I'd like that. That would be really cool. It would look really nice. That would be so nice. And then, my car named Panja was having a hard time just traveling to long distances. So I justified it. Well, you know what? I need a car now. I don't want it anymore. I need it. And so I kept on chasing it. I put it on my goal. I said, I want that. Right. So every opportunity that came, I saved the money. I'm saving the money for the car that I wanted. I wanted a Honda Civic. For all the car guys out there, I wanted a Honda Civic. And so what happened is that now that I realized it, every moment from that moment on, when I set that goal, it was a struggle for me. I was struggling. You know what? You can have everything in your life, but the way that you would want it, it shouldn't just be something that you want it because you just want it. It needs to come from a deeper meaning. Otherwise, you'll have it, but you'll still feel empty. Or you will go through everything for your goals, but it will become a struggle for you. I don't believe in hard work. I believe in joyful work. But for the past months, I've been working hard. I'm stressing myself out. I'm maxing myself out for that goal. And it wasn't fun. My heart wasn't at peace. And so I realized that maybe it was a struggle for me because that's not what life wanted me to have. I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. And so maybe in my head, I thought maybe that's not what God wants me to have, because He knows what I deserve. He knows what I need. And sometimes life is like that. Life won't give you what you want. Life will give you what you need. And the more you resist that fact, the more that you resist that truth, the more that you're going to have a hard time getting the thing that you actually want. I'm not saying that you won't have it, the thing that you want. You can have it. You can still have it. But you don't need to struggle so hard for it. It needs to come from a point of joy and a point of peace. With all the hard work and effort that you give, you deserve nothing less than a premium reward. Dewey's premium affordable delectables with all the sweet surprises inside is exactly what you should get. There's the choco mallow flavor with the marshmallow surprise inside, and the purple yam flavor with that coconut filling and flakes. All packaged individually so you can be assured of freshness and flavor. I'm not sure what you guys are waiting for. Get your own delectable treat now and try Dewey Delectables. Available in supermarkets, Lazada, and Shopee. Click the links in the episode description for more information. And then there was this verse from the service. It basically said, if you abide in me, right? If you abide in me, then you can ask for whatever it is that you want. I'm paraphrasing here. You can ask what it is that you want, and I'll give it to you. But that's the thing. I thought we should just ask and we shall receive, right? But that's not the case. The truth is that promise, God's promise, is that it's conditional. you need to abide in Him first. You don't just need to ask and ask and ask. Because that's what I've been doing for the past month. I've been asking, Lord, I want this car. I want this car. I want this car. I want a million pesos in my savings account. That's what I want. That's what I want. And the more that I prayed for it, the more that my heart became heavier. The more that my anxieties grew. The more that my doubts and worries grew. And so I knew that there's something that must need to be changed. And now, after that session, I realized that I'm chasing the wrong things. I'm chasing the material things. I'm chasing the not so... that I'm chasing that because that's what I want, and I'm forcing my way into it. And it's going to lead to a lot of friction, a lot of resistance, and therefore a lot of suffering. And so, in this podcast, I am offering you an alternative. Look, I'm a big fan of goals. You should still set goals. But maybe you should double check on your goals. Are the goals that you have aligned with your purpose? Are the goals that you have aligned with the things that will bring you peace? In fact, are the goals that you have, are they focused on the process, not the result? Because if you're just focusing too much on the material gains that you can have, the profits that you can have, the margins that you can have, it's going to be so stressful for you. But if your goal is the process, right? And so a lot of people set their goals on January. I set mine on February because I kept on praying back in January if those goals were actually for me. And I got my answer. Weirdly enough, I got my answer. There's a funny way of how the universe talks to us. We just got to listen. We should not disregard the signs that we see. Okay? We keep on asking for signs, but we disregard it most of the time. I remember I was driving Panja around my city, and I was buying something. And then when I parked, I saw my old classmate of mine there. And then he saw me, and I'm like, wow, long time no see. He gave me a hug, and then we talked for a few minutes. And then he said, is that your car? So I said, yeah. And he said, wow, that is so nice. I wish I have that. And that struck me because I'm so stressed about this car. I want to get rid of it right now. I'm not. But there are a lot of people who are actually wishing for that, hoping for that. And so it's actually coming from a point of ungratefulness from the part of us. That we don't appreciate what we have because we're so focused on the thing that we want that we don't see that we have a lot. But life turns around when you stop focusing on the things that you don't have and start focusing on the things that you have. That's where abundance happens. That's where the flow of life happens. And so after the service and after the signs, I said to myself, I'm going to change my goals. So from the goal of having that Honda Civic, I set my goals to aligned with my purpose, with my passion. And maybe I might not get that car, but maybe I don't deserve it, or maybe no, forget that. I deserve that, but maybe I deserve something more. And God's not really withholding my blessings, but He's actually postponing it because He knows what's best for me. Maybe that's not the car that I need. So I set my goal into growing my YouTube channel, to share more videos, to provide more value to you guys, to provide more content to you guys, to help more people around the world and here in the Philippines as well. And when I set that goal, my heart was so happy. And I was at peace. And maybe we should feel like that about our goals. Maybe our goals isn't just to be scary, or it shouldn't just be something that scares us. It should be something that we're excited about. It scares us, and at the same time, we're excited about it because we know that we're going to go through the process and we're going to serve other people. All of us have been called to serve other people in any job that you have, whether you're working at a corporate setup or you're an entrepreneur and a businessman. We're all called to serve. But some of us, maybe a lot of us, are so focused on the material things that we're not seeing that we need to serve first before we can have those things. It's not enough that we want those things. We need to serve first to follow with our calling. And so I surrendered that goal. In fact, I surrendered all of my goals the goals that I had in mind when 2022 was coming in. I surrendered them, and I'm like, Lord, I'm sorry. It was a misdirection. I wasn't focused, and now I'm not ignoring the signs. If it doesn't bring me peace, I'm going to let it go. And if you think about it, it's in the worldly things that we get anxious and worried and stressed about. Those are the things that'll bring us suffering. And so we need to let them go as well. We need to detach from the tangibles and focus on more infinite goals, like building your legacy, or building a personal relationship with God, or building or strengthening the relationships that you have right now. That should be the goal. Helping more and more people in your community, in your life. It's only through that you can get what you truly want in life. And right now, I could say that I'm at peace and I'm happy. And thank God I looked at my goals and said that I worried too much about that. And now I'm focused on the process, and I love it, and I'm excited for it. So let me ask you one question, and I hope that you can share this on Instagram as well. What is your goal? And is it process-based or result-based? And maybe you should think about it and reflect on it and ask yourself, is it aligned with my purpose? Is it aligned with something that is my passion? And hopefully we could all live peaceful lives, joyful lives as well. So that's it for this episode. I hope that you like this one. If it feels blurry, then go watch my YouTube video on my channel, Alec Cuenca. Just search for it on YouTube, or the link is in the description box. Go check it out. And if you like this episode, please go ahead and share this on Instagram. Don't forget to tag me at Alec Cuenca. Again, follow me as well on Instagram at Alec Cuenca. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, let me know. I love reading all of your insights, and I can't wait to connect with you on Instagram or on YouTube as well. So, yeah, I guess this is it. Thank you so much for listening. This is Small Talk, Small Conversations with huge impact. And I'll talk to you guys next episode. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys or announce, I'll be doing the Ask Alec live show. It's gonna be branded as Self Love Academy, and it will be live on Kumu. So if you are here in the Philippines, you can download Kumu. It's a live streaming app, and it'll be going live every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I think that's it. Or Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, every 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to talk with you guys, to answer all of your questions. So please, please, please follow me on Kumu as well, and we could all, talk there and hang out and have fun and learn as well. So again, thank you guys so much. This is Alec Cuenca, and see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.